Hello everybody, welcome back to the Dugout Football channel where it is time for Bundesliga match week number 6 of the 21-22 Bundesliga season. Now, let's have a quick look on how everyone did in match week number 5. So, I got 4 out of 9, which again is not bad, it's not great, it's average as well. But let's see how everyone did. So, bottom of the pile this week was this filly, the Hat. The Hat has got 2. The Hat got 2. So when I go through these scores, we shall see how everyone has done. So we have the Hat on 2, Balam on. So everyone has beaten the Hat this week. Everyone has beaten the Hat this week. So we got Balam on 3, Chris Welsh on 3. So there's the 3. People who got 4. Myself, Lanzo, mate, I know you did ask for a league table. There will be a league table in the next video. I just haven't had the time to do one. But honestly, I have not forgotten, so I will definitely do that as well. But thank you very much for reminding me as well. So we got Lanzo on 4, Shane on 4, and Reese on 4. And then we have the people who got 5. JB got 5, Galaxy 5, Sportcat 5, Helen 5, James on 5, and one person got 6 out of 9 this week, and that was Sean Brennan, 6. So very, very well done to you, Sean. I hope you do well in this match week as well. So we move into match week 6. And we have struggling Gruether Fürth versus Bayern Munich. 3 wins to Munich, and the last result was a 3-0 win to Munich. Gruether Fürth, they had chances against Hertha Berlin. Cedric Eaton, the guy on loan from Rangers, he had a couple of opportunities. To test the goalkeeper. Didn't quite make it, unfortunately. But they did take the lead through, a penalty as well, and unlucky to lose in the end by 2-1. But you do get the feeling that Gruether Fürth need to start getting points. I know it's still early on, but that was a game that they could have easily got something out of it, for sure. Bayern Munich hit Bookum for 7 at the weekend. Yeah, but Bayern are just in free-flowing form, and when they are at their best, they are definitely at their best. That is for sure. I can only see one result in this one, and it is going to be 4-0 Bayern. I just think Bayern Munich are going to be too strong for Gruether Fürth, and I honestly think that it will be a 4-0 win to Bayern Munich. So we have Union Berlin against Arminia Bielefeld. 1 win to Berlin and 4 draws in the last 5 meetings, and the last result was a 5-0 win to Union Berlin. Union Berlin, I have to say, they did well against Dortmund. They managed to get a couple of goals, but you can honestly say Erling Haaland is what Erling Haaland does best, and that is score goals, and he gunned down Union Berlin. But good for them to get a couple of goals, though. But they were in the game. They were in the game against Borussia Dortmund. You'd have to say as well, but they're not going to come up against a much better side than Dortmund all season, apart from Bayern Munich, of course. But yeah, that was a 4-2. Kind of flatters Dortmund, because I think Berlin had most of the opportunities in that game, and they were unlucky as well. But good watch that one. Arminia Bielefeld got a 0-0 draw with Hoffenheim. Stefan Ortega did very, very well in the Arminia goal as well, keeping out a header from Andre Kramaric, and they had a shot that just whistled wide of the far post as well. So they had the better of the play, but they are unbeaten in 6 home games now, Arminia Bielefeld. So it's just about getting wins now for Bielefeld as well. This is a very tricky one to call. Berlin are very, very good at home. Arminia have actually been pretty good away, but I'm just going to go for Berlin to sneak this one. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Union Berlin. I think Berlin will just sneak that one and win by the odd goal there. And now we have two sides who are having I would have to say probably mixed seasons so far. We have Eintracht Frankfurt, the draw specialists, of course, against FC Köln as well. 2 wins to Frankfurt, 2 draws, and 1 win to Köln. Last result was a 2-0 win to Frankfurt. Oh, Frankfurt. Frankfurt. Well, at least they got a draw with the league leaders, Wolfsburg. Obviously, I know Wolfsburg are not top anymore because obviously Bayern Munich are top. But it was a good result for them. And it was a good game as well between Wolfsburg and Eintracht Frankfurt. Both sides had chances. Both sides had chances to win the game as well. But I just feel Frankfurt's still missing something in that team. Yes, I know they've lost Andre Silva. They do need to get somebody scoring the goals now. They definitely do. But I'm sure the results will come soon enough. That is for sure. FC Köln 1-1 with RB Leipzig. I think they were unlucky not to win this game. Anthony Modeste obviously got the goal. There was a bit of confusion about the actual goal itself. Never looked like a foul on the Leipzig player. And Modeste finished really, really well. And I loved his wee celebration as well. Was pointing to the skies to his father, who has sadly passed away. So wishes go out to Anthony Modeste. But I tell you something, FC Köln actually started the season really, really well. And as we said, this could easily finish in a draw. But I've just got a feeling the way Frankfurt played against Wolfsburg, I think they can take that on that. And I'm actually going to go for a Frankfurt win in this one. I have been predicting draws recently for Frankfurt as well. But call me crazy anyway. But I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Frankfurt. I think Frankfurt are about to win eventually. Surely they're going to win eventually. So 2-1 to Eintracht Frankfurt. And now we have struggling RB Leipzig. Yeah, struggling RB Leipzig, it has to be said. Versus Hertha Berlin. 4 wins to Leipzig and 1 draw. The last result was a 2-1 win to Leipzig. Well, Leipzig were disappointing in the game against FC Köln. I mean, they managed to get the equaliser. Haidara from, you guessed it, a Dominik Szoboszlai corner. I mean, his corners are absolutely wicked anyway. Great header from Haidara to get his first of the season as well. Actually, he scored the last time as well. The last time that the two sides met in Köln as well. So Haidara, very, very good header. But it's all about wins now for RB Leipzig. They definitely need to get wins. That is for sure. But it is still early in the season. We need to remember that. Hertha Berlin getting a very good 2-1 win over Gruether Fürth. They were behind in this game, but an own goal as well, and Serdar got the winner in a 2-1 win. So a very, very good win for Hertha Berlin. But Leipzig are at home. You have to fancy Leipzig, surely. You have to fancy Leipzig. So going to go for a 2-0 win to Leipzig. I think Leipzig will be too strong for Hertha Berlin. I do honestly think that will be the case. So 2-0 to RB Leipzig. And now we have Hoffenheim against VFL Wolfsburg. 3 wins to Wolfsburg, 1 win to Hoffenheim, and 1 draw. The last result was a 2-1 win to Hoffenheim. Arminia Bielefeld Hoffenheim was a 0-0. But actually, it was a good first half. Both sides had chances. Second half, I think Hoffenheim grew into the game a little bit more. Obviously, Kramaric had a header saved by Stefan Ortega in the Arminia goal. And to be fair, I think Hoffenheim did have the better of the play in the first. They definitely had the better of the play in the second half. But 0-0. It's not too bad a result. To be fair, Hoffenheim have had a very good start to the season. VfL Wolfsburg dropped their first points of the season with a 1-1 draw with Eintracht Frankfurt. But you have to say Wolfsburg have had a very, very good start to the season as well. And you'd have to expect them to bounce back, you would have to say as well. It is at Hoffenheim, and Hoffenheim have got a good home record, but I just feel that Wolfsburg are a little bit too stronger than Hoffenheim. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to VFL Wolfsburg in that one. And now we have the game of the week by a country mile. It is Borussia Monchengladbach against Borussia Dortmund. 4 wins to Dortmund and 1 win to Monchengladbach. The last result was a 1-0 win to Borussia Dortmund. And in the league, it was a 2-1 win to Borussia Monchengladbach. So it is a very, very interesting game, this one. Monchengladbach lost to Augsburg. It's not been a good start. Not been a good start to the season for Monchengladbach at all. But hopefully they can bounce back. I mean, the best game to bounce back would be against Dortmund, wouldn't it? It would be the thing to bounce back as well. Borussia Dortmund 4-2 against Union Berlin. Erling Haaland, let's just talk about him. The guy's just phenomenal, isn't he? Scored a header. Really, really good header, and then an absolute lovely lob over the goalkeeper. I mean, Erling Haaland can do no wrong, can he? He's just a fantastic, fantastic player. But this is a very tricky one to call because Mönchengladbach definitely need to bounce back. Dortmund are going well as well. Do I try and give Mönchengladbach the win, or do I give Dortmund the win? This is really, really difficult one to call. Go on then. Go on. I'm going to go... No, I can't do it. I'm going Mönchengladbach 1, Dortmund 2. I want Mönchengladbach to win so badly, but unfortunately they're just in a bit of a run and a rut. They just cannot seem to get a win at the moment, and I'm just going to say that Borussia Dortmund will just pip this one 2-1 as well, because I think Erling Haaland is that kind of striker that when Dortmund don't play well, he usually comes up with the goals. So I'm going to just say that they just pip this one 2-1. But hopefully Mönchengladbach will start winning very, very soon indeed. And now we have the 2 Sunday games. We have VFL Bochum versus VfB Stuttgart. 3 draws and 2 wins to Stuttgart. The last result was a 1-0 win to Stuttgart. VFL Bochum were... Well, they were 4-0 down at half-time against Bayern Munich, and they managed to concede another 3. Architects of their own downfall, unfortunately. Defending like that, you're not going to survive in the Bundesliga if you defend like that. And you know what? I know they did score an own goal as well. A bit of a comical own goal, actually. Trying to pass back to the goalkeeper. Keeper comes out, and it goes into the back of the net. So... that was a disappointing result for them, but yes, 7-0 is a very, very sore result for them as well. Still a tricky one to call because they did lose 3-1 against Leverkusen. Leverkusen had the better of the play in that one, and it's not been a good start for the season for Stuttgart, has it? It's not been a very, very good start for Stuttgart at all. I'm going to give Bochum this one. I'm going to give Bochum the win. I think they will win this one, and I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to VFL Bochum. And now we have Freiburg against FC Augsburg. 2 wins to Freiburg and 3 draws. The last result was a 2-0 win to Freiburg. Freiburg getting a 1-1. No, sorry, it was a 0-0. It was a 0-0 win Mainz. Yeah, that's a pretty good result from Freiburg, because Mainz have been playing really, really well. And I have to say, I think it's going to be a very interesting game, this one. Freiburg are hoping to win this one. Augsburg, well, they beat Mönchengladbach by a 1-0, and thoroughly deserved. Thoroughly deserved, I thought, as well. This is a tricky one again to call. I'm going to say Freiburg will win this one by 1-0. Leverkusen against Mainz, so apologies for that. Yeah, obviously, you know, Leverkusen did get the 3-1 win over. They did get the 3-1 win over VfB Stuttgart, while Mainz got a 0-0 with Freiburg. this is a very, very tricky game again to call, because I can only really see a Leverkusen win, in all honesty, and I'm going to go for... So we have Gruether Fürth 0, Bayern 4, Union Berlin 1, Arminia Bielefeld 0, Bayer Leverkusen 3, Mainz 1, Eintracht Frankfurt 2, Köln 1, Leipzig 2, Hertha 0, Hoffenheim 1, VFL Wolfsburg 2, Borussia Monchengladbach 1, Borussia Dortmund 2, VFL Bochum 1, VfB Stuttgart 0, and SC Freiburg 1, Augsburg 0. So, now it is time for this wee fella, and we will see what he says in these games. So we have Gruether Fürth against Bayern Munich. Away win for Bayern Munich. Union Berlin versus Arminia Bielefeld. Draw. That could happen. That could easily happen. That could be easily 0-0, in fact. Eintracht Frankfurt versus FC Köln. Home win. That could possibly happen as well. So home win for Frankfurt. Leipzig versus Hertha Berlin. Away win. Jesse Marsch has not started the season very well at Leipzig, but we'll see what happens in that one. Hoffenheim versus VfL Wolfsburg. Draw. Borussia Monchengladbach versus Borussia Dortmund. What does the hat think? Go on, Hattie. Go on. Home win. That'll do nicely. That will do very, very nicely indeed. Bayer Leverkusen against Mainz. Another home win. VFL Bochum versus VfB Stuttgart. Away win. Yeah, I think possible. I mean, I've obviously put a home win there as well. And finally, Freiburg against FC Augsburg, and it is a draw. In that one. So, to clarify, the hat has gone for an away win for Bayern Munich against Gruether Fürth, a draw between Union Berlin and Arminia Bielefeld, a home win between Eintracht Frankfurt and FC Köln, an away win for Hertha Berlin at RB Leipzig, a draw between Hoffenheim and Wolfsburg, home win for Borussia Monchengladbach against Borussia Dortmund, an away win for Stuttgart away at Bookum, a home win for Bayer Leverkusen against Mainz, and a draw between SC Freiburg and FC Augsburg. So that's what I think. That's what the hat thinks. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And yes, apologies for that mistake in the middle there. I didn't realise that Bayer Leverkusen Mainz was a Saturday kickoff, and I thought it was a Sunday kickoff. So I do apologise for that as well. But until then, it is goodbye from me. If you do like the content, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video as well, and we will see what happens in these games. Should be a very, very interesting match week coming up. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss.